Hello, first graders. Miss Hutchinson here in my backyard, ready to do some science lab with you. Today we're continuing to look at light and how it works. Last time you had a mystery science lesson where you looked at whether the light could shine through. Today we're going to explore another feature of light, but we're going to start off with a quick story to get us thinking about how light kind of works. Are you ready? All right, let's listen to our story. Our story today is one of Aesop's fables called A Dog and His Bone. A dog, to whom the butcher had thrown a bone, was hurrying home with his prize as fast as he could go. But the greedy dog thought he saw a real dog carrying a bone much bigger than his own. If he had stopped to think, he would have known better, but instead of thinking, he dropped his bone and sprang at the dog in the river, only to find himself swimming for dear life to reach the shore. At last he managed to scramble out, and as he stood sadly thinking about the good bone he had lost, he realized what a silly dog he had been. That was a nice story. I have a couple of quick questions to get us thinking. What did the dog think he saw in the water? That's right, he thought he saw another dog. But was there really another dog there? No, there wasn't. So what is it that the dog actually saw? What do you think? Did you say reflection? That's right, the dog just saw his reflection in the lake. When we see ourselves in a mirror, we're looking at our reflection. All right, we're gonna try a quick activity. So if you have a small handheld mirror at home, go and grab that so we can give it a try. All right, if you've got a mirror, we're gonna do a couple of quick activities. I have one here in front of me. Now, our first thing is, can you see yourself on both sides of the mirror? If I go like this, oh look, I can see you through my mirror and I can see myself. Now, if I tried the other side, it doesn't work as well, does it? So I can only see myself on one side of the mirror. Now I want you to try something else. Can you use your mirror to look behind you? I can look behind me. I can also show you what I'm looking at. More of my backyard. There's the fence and some grassy area, and I can use it to show you what I'm looking at. I can also turn around and see you from behind. So we can use the shiny side of our mirror to look and see things. So what is happening? What is it that we're actually seeing when we look in a mirror? Do you have any thoughts? Turn and talk to someone and let them know, what is it that we're seeing when we look in a mirror? We see ourselves. That's right. You guys are so smart. Do you know what that's called? We said it a little bit earlier. Maybe you already know it. It's a reflection. That's right. So what's happening with the light so that we can actually see ourselves? Interesting. Yeah, the light is bouncing off of that mirror and coming right back at us, showing us exactly what we can see. All right, we're going to try an activity where we actually look at different materials and decide if they are reflective, if they can show us something like a mirror can show us. I'm going to go over our materials and then we'll get started. The materials you will need are one small mirror, one metal spoon, any size, one rubber eraser or any small rubber object like a ball or a toy, one wooden block or again any small wooden object, one square of aluminum foil, one paper plate, foam or dull plastic will work too, one note card or a piece of paper with a smiley face, it can be hand-drawn or a sticker, and lastly, you can use the recording sheet that is posted online or any piece of paper or go paper free, whatever works best for you. All right, I've gathered my materials. I have another small mirror, a metal spoon, a little rubber eraser. Now, I don't have a wooden block, but I have this container and it's wooden on the bottom, so I can use this part of it. A little piece of foil. I have a paper plate, maybe you have foam or plastic, and then my note card with my hand-drawn smiley face. Next, we're gonna go over the steps you can do, and then we'll actually do our activity. Here are the steps to complete the reflection fun activity. First, place the index card with the smiley face on the table in front of you. Next, choose one object at a time and hold it upright on the edge of the index card with the smiley face drawn on it. Look at the object you're testing for the smiley face. Can you see it? If you can see it, you're going to place that object into group 1, objects that you can see the smiley face in. If you cannot see the smiley face on the object, you can put it in group 2. You can use the recording sheet to write down the objects, or you can just sort them on the table in front of you. If you have all the materials and want to try it on your own, please pause the video and try it out. If you don't have the materials or you want to watch me do it, continue watching and you'll see me demonstrate this activity with all of our materials. All right, I've moved my computer in closer so that way if you need to watch me do it, you can see it a little closer. I have all my test materials on this side, my index card with my smiley face right here in front, and then I'm going to have a space on this side where I can separate my materials into group 1, I can see the smiley face, and group 2, I can't see the smiley face. All right, let's go ahead and start off with our mirror. So I have this small mirror here. I'm going to hold it up to the edge, and we're going to see, can we see our smiley face if I just hold it there? What do you think? Can you see it? I know it's a little sunny, so it's making it a little harder to see. How about if I go this way? Oh yes, look, we can totally see it. So our mirror lets us see our smiley face, so I'm going to put it here and call it a group 1 object. Let me try my wooden block or my little wooden container. If I hold it here, try to hold it this way, can you see anything reflected in my wood? No, I don't see anything reflected. So would you say you can see it? I can't. I'm going to put it down here as a group 2 object. How about the spoon? I've got my metal spoon. I'm going to hold it here on the edge. Can you see the smiley face? Looks like I can see the smiley face. That means this is another group 1 object, so I'll put it here next to my mirror. Let me try my paper plate. I'm going to hold it this way for you. Kind of hold it up there. Can you see anything in my plate? Any way I hold it, can we see anything? Nope, I can't see my smiley face here on my plate, so I'm going to put it with my wooden object and say it's a group 2 object. How about my eraser? If I hold it right here, do you see anything reflected? Can you see the smiley face in the eraser? Nope, not even a little bit. So let's put it over here as a group 2 object. And last, I have my piece of aluminum foil. What do you guys think? Will we be able to see our smiley face? Let's try it. I'll put up my smiley face this way. Well, I can see the white. I can almost see the smiley face. I think it might be reflective. It's just a little hard to see. If you can try it at home, give it a try and you decide. I'm going to say that yes, I can actually see my smiley face. I can see the outline of the card and I can see my shadow moving across it. So I'm going to say yes, I can see it and make this a group 1 object. All right, now that we've tried our materials and we've sorted them into 2 groups, we're going to talk about what we saw. If you've been using the recording sheet, you can see that there's a couple of questions at the bottom. We're going to talk about those really quickly. Our group 1 objects were a metal spoon, a piece of foil, and our mirror. What do you notice about all these objects in group 1? That's right, they're all shiny. Pretty smooth surfaces and very shiny. Write that down or just talk about it. And then let's look at our group 2 objects. All of our objects in group 2 have something in common as well. What do you think they all have in common? That's right, they're really not very shiny. My wood has a little bit of a shine, but it's not enough to actually do any reflection. Our rubber has no shine at all, and neither does our paper. So what is it that we learned? What types of materials are reflective? Shiny ones, that's right, scientists. And why is that? Well, because shiny objects make the light bounce off of it and come straight back, so we see exactly what's in front of the mirror. So those shiny objects bounce the light, causing a reflection. You guys got it. All right, next time we're going to do something a little bit different.
But if you have any questions, your parents can email me. And until then, stay curious, little scientists.